Hi there, Capricorn, and welcome to Soulocity Psychic Readings. My name's Simone, for those of you who don't know, and I am doing a money reading for you today, taking a look at your financial situation and how you can improve it, I suppose. So keep in mind, Capricorn, that this is a general reading, not a personal reading, so it may or may not be your story. If you find that it does not resonate with you and you want to, you can check out your other placements to get those extra messages and guidance. But let's get into it. Let's find out what's going on with your finances. What is the financial situation for Capricorn, please? What does Capricorn need to know about their finances? Hope you are all doing very well, Capricorn. What does Capricorn need to know about their finances, please? I've just heard sitting pretty but not happy. So that tells me that many of you, you probably are doing okay with your money. Some of you are doing really well financially. But wherever you are sitting on that scale, you feel like improvements need to be made. So even if you've got savings behind you, you feel like you need to save more, or you need to invest more, or you feel like there's a lot more you could be doing with your finances. Or you just feel like you should be making more money than what you currently are. Sitting pretty but not happy. All right, one more shuffle, and then we'll get into your reading. So, first card is your current financial situation. What's blocking the money, or what could potentially block the money from coming in? How can you deal with or remove those blockages? And what would be the potential outcome once those blockages are removed? Okay, at the bottom of the deck, you've got the Five of Air. So this is like the supporting energy of your reading. Definitely doing some sort of reassessment, reevaluation, trying to work out what else can be done, what moves you can be making to bring improvement into your financial situation. There's a lot of thought going into this. I'm getting a sort of competitive vibe coming up here. Perhaps there's somebody that you are competing with in terms of maybe how well you're doing in your career or at work, trying to get to the top even and coming across some competition. Or it might just be that you feel like you want to prove to other people that you can be completely self-sufficient and independent and do really well in terms of finances. And for some of you, it's just really wanting to prove that to yourself as well. But yeah, you're in this energy where you really don't want to get it wrong, and you only want to make more and more or become more and more successful. So your current financial situation, you may have taken a bit of a loss, or your finances may have taken a bit of a hit recently. Three of Air. I don't feel like too many of you are going without, or perhaps you feel like you need to maybe budget more or really cut back on your spending, because maybe you're not making as much as you previously were. Perhaps, at work things might be going a bit slow, or perhaps you've just had to pay for something that was really expensive, because I do feel like a bit of a hit has been taken in terms of your finances, but I don't feel like now you have absolutely nothing. What is this Three of Air about, please? Let's find out more. You may have, you may have had a big expense to pay for. Perhaps repairs on something, I'm feeling as well. I don't know, maybe it was like home renovation or car repairs or something like that. Somebody recently had to spend around $2,000, I'm hearing, in it was a lump sum that needed to be paid for some kind of repair, which might not be a huge amount of money to everyone, but it's pretty significant. And then you've got the King of Pentacles showing up there, where you just really want to get in control of your finances. Some of you might be business owners, because the King of Coins or King of Pentacles does signify that boss energy. So you could be a business owner, you could be in some kind of high level in your career, whether it be management or, you know, a supervisor, some kind of leadership role. But I really do feel like you want to get on top of your finances. Even if you are not currently without any money, I still feel like you want to get on top. And with the Sun here, you're staying really positive about being able to increase your financial situation. Also, you know that you're not completely broke. I mean, okay, fair enough. Some of you actually are, but you are coming up with ways to improve the situation. Like, you know that it's not going to be like this forever. And for others of you, you have money behind you, but you want to make more, and you know that you're going to make it happen. Why this King of Coins, please? You want to be the best. You want to have the most money. You want to be the most comfortable. You want to be the most successful. And as I said, it's not always that you want other people to see that, but it's for yourself. You want that satisfaction within yourself. Why the King of Coins, please? Perhaps we don't need to know any more about the King of Coins. Definitely well on your way to improving your financial situation, whatever it might be at the moment. The Hierophant is indicating that, okay, we've got the Queen of Coins on the bottom of the deck. So for some of you, whoever you are working with, it's a very good partnership or a very good collaboration. Yes, this is an indication that you're trying to figure out what else can I do? What else do I need to do? But also, some of you are getting married. And that is part of the reason that your finances are taking a hit. It's going two ways here. So some of you are definitely getting married. So as we all know, a wedding is a pretty big expense. You've got the Ace of Swords, so something new happening here. You've got the King and the Queen of Coins. You've got the Hierophant, which is a card of long-term commitment and marriage, and you've got the Sun as well. So some of you are getting married, so you're having to outlay a fair bit of money towards the wedding. For others of you, there's been a divorce or a separation, and you're having to pay out the other person, the person that you've separated from. You're having to pay out, you know, either for the legal expenses or, I don't know, whatever money you might owe that person. Why is the Sun here, please? But things are going to pick up. Why is the Sun here, please? For some of you, you have recently gotten married, and now it's about the honeymoon and the expense that needs to go into the honeymoon. With this Page of Cups, you're putting money into something. For most of you, putting money into something that's going to make you very happy. For some of you, it's child support. As I said, for some of you, it's separation or divorce. For some of you, it's marriage, it's the wedding. For others, it's the honeymoon. But even if it's separation or divorce, it's still going to, it's not always going to be this situation that you're not happy with. So either you get used to it, or it becomes normal, or whatever it is, you're able to afford it. Whatever it is that you're paying for or paying out or settling financially, you are able to afford it with that Sun sitting there. And for many of you, whatever it is, this expense that you're paying for, it is bringing you happiness. I feel for most of you, it's a happy expense. So, what is currently blocking money from coming in? You've got the Two of Earth here. So I do feel for a lot of you, it's finding that work-life balance. And funnily enough, Taurus, I did talk to Taurus a bit about the work-life balance. So for many of you, it's finding the work-life balance. For some of you, you've recently had to take over the sole care of a child or children. So you're really trying to sort of find that balance between working and now having to care for a child or children on your own. Some of you have just recently had a baby, or your partner has had a baby, so you may be having some time off work, and you're finding that it does cost a little bit more or a lot more to raise a child than to just look after yourself or you and your partner. It costs substantially more to raise a child. So that's where, for a lot of you, that's where the money is going. It's going into children. Perhaps you're on maternity leave, and so the money is not coming in as it was before. You don't have as much time to throw into your work. Or, as I said, some of you might be having to pay child support, and you may not have expected that it was going to be the amount that it is. And also for others, it's about prioritization. So what are you putting your money into the most important places? Are you prioritizing your time effectively to be able to put as much into your career? Why the Two of Earth, please? Why is the Two of Earth showing up in the blockages? That one really wanted to come out. You've got the Knight of Swords here, so really trying to solve any issues. You're trying to work out what is it? What's the problem here? Why am I a little bit behind? And yeah, for some of you, it is about where you've had to take a step. You're having to take a step back from something. To be able to work out what's going on here. Why the World? Okay. Why this Knight of Swords, please? Because I feel like for some of you, you're like, okay, I can't get on top financially, or I'm not seeing as much come in. What is the problem? And you're struggling to work out what the problem is. And I feel like with this World falling out on top of the Knight of Swords, you're being encouraged to, like, or you have recently sort of changed your perspective in terms of that work-life balance. Like, maybe you're seeing that, okay, I've been, you know, really focusing so much on making money, and perhaps I need to turn that around a little bit and put more focus on my family or my friends or my home life or whatever it might be. Clarify this Eight of Cups, please. You've got the Devil sitting there. So, yeah, I kind of feel like it does come back to your priorities. For some of you, you're putting money into things that are not really serving a great purpose in your life. And it could be, you know, things like spending frivolously on your grocery shopping, you know, buying things that you don't really need to buy. For others of you, you're working and working and working way too hard. I'm just looking at this Devil here. You've been working so hard, and you are going, okay, I need to slow it down a bit. You've been in that workaholic mode, and you realize that you need to turn that around, because for some of you, you're on the verge of burnout just because you've been pushing yourself so very hard. So you realize that you need to take a bit of a step back. I think for a lot of you, it's obviously not for all of you, but for a lot of you, it is definitely about a separation. With this Queen of Wands showing up, I do feel that it's about a separation. There's a little bit of a power play going on between you and the person that you've separated or divorced from. They want your money. They want what you have, your material possessions. And there is some toxicity going on here. And they're coming after everything you've got, and you really are feeling like you're going to end up with nothing. And for some of you in that separation, you've had to take, you've taken on caring for the children or the child, and that's really preventing you from being able to put as much time into your work as you previously were. Or you haven't taken on all of the responsibility of the children. Perhaps it's, you know, shared parenting. But this person is like demanding, you know, I need you to have the kids on this day, at this time. I need you to have the kids all week. I need you to have the kids on this weekend. And those are times when normally you'd be able to work and earn money. But because of this person's demands and their behaviors, you're having to take that time off or away from work, and it's preventing you from being able to make that money, that extra money, or, you know, perhaps that's when you would be doing overtime and you're not able to. And I feel like that's really bugging you. it's causing you a lot of stress because you like to stay practical about your money, Capricorn, and you're unable to do that at the moment. Um, for those of you where this is happening, I do feel as though you are going to have a conversation with that person. Whoever is telling you you need to do this, that, and the other, and it's taking time away from when you're able to work and earn money, I think you're going to have the conversation with that person that this is not on anymore. I need to work. I need to be able to provide for me. I need to be able to provide for my kids, whatever the case may be. I do feel like you will be having the conversation. You won't be shying away from this, and you won't be letting anybody have that kind of control over you. Whatever it is, you are definitely going to get this situation under control. I see that here with the moon. I feel like this is you working out the answers, working out what it is that you need to do next. Because the moon can be about having a conversation, talking about feelings, how you feel about something. It can also be about, uncovering anything that is not true. So if somebody is lying to you at all, you're going to bring that out into the open, which will help you work out what to do next. But the moon can be about, working out answers, working things out in general. Can also be about getting yourself out of hard times. And with that Magician, it indicates exactly that, like being able to find the answers, being able to utilize your resources. Teaming up with the right people that are going to be helpful or beneficial to you, having the necessary conversations, possibly with a parent. The Queen of Cups is a mother figure, but it can also be a father. So whichever way it needs to resonate for you. But I do feel like you'll be having a conversation with a parent. For those of you where this does involve kids, you'll be having that conversation and trying to come to some kind of mutual agreement or understanding. And I do feel like that will work in your favor. For some of you, I feel like you might need to relocate or move house to be able to get on top of your finances. So it might be that you need to move to a place where it's cheaper, more affordable, and then you can save the extra that you're no longer needing to pay for that accommodation. For some of you, it's about moving closer to work. For others, it's about moving closer to family or the kids. The High Priestess, so you're definitely going to work out what to do here. You'll be finding answers. Why the Eight of Wands, please? Oh, wow. Okay, that card went really far away. Excuse me for a minute. Okay, Five of Cups. Six of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So yeah, some of you are definitely going to find out that you need to relocate, moving away from somewhere. You probably don't want to have to do this, but it is the best option for you and for anybody else involved. Why the High Priestess, please? For some of you, it's going to be rough because you'll actually be moving away from your children, your family. So it's going to be rough. It's going to be a sad time. But it's what's going to work for you in terms of finances. Some of you will be going to work somewhere like the mines. Again, not for everybody, but somebody is just starting work in a mine or at a mining site. Lots of different options. There's lots of different options for you to explore here. Whatever happens, it's going to work out in your favor. Definitely. Yeah, relocation. A lot of you need to move house. To be closer to work, or because you get a new job opportunity. I have no idea why I'm seeing the image of ice cream right now. Perhaps, I don't know, either somebody really likes ice cream or you'll be working at a place that manufactures ice cream. An ice creamery. Maybe you're eating ice cream right now. I don't know. But I see the image of ice cream. And you'll be really, really sad, I feel here, in terms of relocating because, as I said, you will be moving away either from a partner or from family. Some of you, it's not due to actual separation. It's just because that's where the work is. You're going to start something new and having to move away from your partner or your husband or your wife or even your mother, because the Queen of Coins is, again, a mother figure, and perhaps you don't want to move away from your family home or you don't want to move away from your mother or your parents. But that's the way to remove the financial blockages or blockage. It's going to involve, for most of you, to move, relocate, work away from home, something like that. So, you know, if you do that, what's the potential outcome? You have got release, which is the same as the Death card, which is number 13, when reduced is a 4. So that is about growth. That's saying, yeah, okay, you might not really want to do what it is that you have to do, but it's going to work out for you in the end. You know, you're being pushed to make this change. There's an ending of something so that you can start something new. It's a transformation, and it brings freedom. Yeah, there's an ending. You're having to walk away from something to bring in something new, to turn your luck around. It's the right time for this to happen. 9 of Swords. It's the right time for this to happen. And you might be feeling anxious and stressed about how it's going to work out. But the Wheel of Fortune is there to say things are changing in your life for the better. You've got the 7 of Coins, so definitely worth the investment, either of time, energy, money, whatever it might be. The Hanged Man. So this is something that you've probably been putting off, or you're just super unsure that you're making the right decision. But these cards are saying, yes, you are making the right decision. For a lot of you, you're moving to somewhere or relocating to somewhere where it's a warmer climate. Ten of Coins, it's going to work out super well. You've also got the King of Wands. So for a lot of you, you'll probably end up in some kind of leadership role. You could be in charge. There may be a contract that you need to sign in order to do this work. It might even be, where I was talking about divorce or separation. That could be the signing of the legal documents. But I do feel whatever decisions you make, it's going to put you into a position where you're feeling much better off. You're feeling stable with the Ten of Coins here. You're feeling comfortable. The King of Wands over here is an indication that everything's just right. You're feeling happy about the situation, passionate, you're learning a lot, and as I said, you're probably in some kind of leadership role. And that in itself is going to bring in all the coin. So that's, there was some not so great circumstances in your reading, Capricorn, but it does turn out well in the end. So if you're feeling stressed, worried, anxious about which way your situation's going to turn out, and there were a few different scenarios there, I see it working out well for you, Capricorn. So what is the advice for Capricorn before I close the reading? What does Capricorn need to hear, please? Cards are super slow. You're ready. Whatever it is that you feel like you need to do, whatever decision needs to be made, if you need to move, if you do need to take over the care of children, you are ready. If you're getting married, you're ready. If you're having a baby, you're ready. Forgiveness. And I feel like that is directly connected to those of you who are dealing with separation or divorce. I'm not saying that you have to forgive anyone, but definitely try to move forward with a positivity or lightness in your heart. It's also about being kind to yourself as well. Anything else for Capricorn, please? One more for Capricorn because everybody gets 3. For some of you, you're worried about, and I don't know exactly what it's in relation to, but you do have some worries about what people in or at church are going to say or what they're going to think. Wherever you go to church, or maybe you're a part of a religious group, you're very worried about what they're going to say or what they're going to think. And I think that the response that you get from those people, that group, it's going to be very different to what you expect. So probably much better than how you expect it to play out. And they've really got me shuffling these cards while they're giving me some messages here. Again, I don't know how many people this is going to resonate with. It's very specific. But for some of you dealing where you are separating or divorcing and there's children involved and you're dealing with specifically the mother of your children, where things might be a bit toxic or it's not very nice, there's a bit of aggression, just be really careful about what you're saying, because I feel as though that other person, the mother, is probably recording you and you're unaware of it. Specifically, if you are dealing with, if they're Capricorn, Aries, or Pisces. So if the mother that you're dealing with is Capricorn, Aries, or Pisces, but also displays quite aggressive or toxic behaviors, maybe you can pick up on the fact that they're really pushing you to become agitated or aggressive yourself. Just be really careful with what you're saying or how you're behaving, because I do feel like that's being recorded as well and it can be used against you in some way, shape, or form. And finally, we've got unlikely, but it's unlikely that it's going to work in their favor, but they will be recording you, and they will try to use that, either the voice recording, or if they've got video footage of you, they will try to use it. It's unlikely that they'll be successful with that, but it's just another thing to stress you out that you need to be aware of, Capricorn. So that is your reading, Capricorn. I do hope that you found it helpful. If you did, please give me a like down below. If you haven't already, please subscribe so you can stay up to date with when I upload new videos. But I do wish you all the best of luck. It'll work out fine in the end. Look after yourself. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.